Good morning, beautiful lights. How are we this morning? What's happening for you all? How did you sleep? Are those energies of the full moon, the upcoming full moon, keeping you awake at all? What's going on? The full moon on I think it's around the 6th actually of April for us. It's a full moon in Libra, so it has us looking at our relationships and how we relate to ourselves and to others. So, and I believe that Chiron is also around, so he speaks to us about the wounded parts of us, and under the full moon it's in particular about how we relate in our relationships. So it's not so much about having to fix anything, it's more about accepting where we are and accepting who we are and what we bring in relationship, and allowing us to be more authentic in our being and to be open. So this is what Libra brings under this full moon. So that's in a couple of days. So the reason I mention that is because some people are affected by the moon quite dramatically depending on where it is in its cycle, and the full moon often affects people a lot. So yeah, for me it's about the sleep, the level of sleep, or the dreams that come with that. So that's what I wanted to talk about in regards to the full moon that we have coming up. So right now, let's get back to the card of the day, shall we? What is it about today? Now that didn't take long. We have the Nine of Wands. So, speaking of headspace stuff, here we're being asked like not to overthink. See the bandage on the head there? So it kind of says that, we've been inside our heads a little bit, thinking a bit. Now it can also, because it's on his forehead there, speak to us about like psychic attack or and that comes because we might be thinking about other people and dispersing our energy when we need not to do that, or that other people may have been sending thoughts or whatever our way. So either way, there's this psychic attack. So very much about, again, grounding, cleansing, healing your space is definitely what I would say in regards to this little piece of the message here. It's also about, like I said before, not overthinking. So you'll notice here that he stands in front of all of these wands and he's looking over his shoulder behind him. So he's still a little bit cautious about what's going on, about all the work and all the action and all the things that he's just done. However, he is in front of that situation, and then you'll notice the legs here, how strong those legs appear. So legs are one of the strongest muscles in the body, aren't they? Like those big thigh muscles. So it speaks about how they've carried us forward, how we've gained strength on our journey, basically, is what this is saying. So we're still a little bit cautious at the moment. However, the 9 itself, so the number 9 up here looks like an 11 here, but it's 9, actually is speaking about how we're nearly finished. So don't be giving up. Don't be giving up. You might just take a moment, take a bit of a breath before you do the next thing, but it is not about giving up. This is very much about, you are nearly there. You are seriously nearly there. So come out of your headspace today. Come out of your headspace, get yourself grounded, feel into what it is that makes you passionate. The ones are about our passion. Now, for some people also, there might be a little bit of tetchy energy around at the moment. We might be feeling a little bit angry about things, and like anger would indicate that there's been some kind of violation, whether we've violated ourselves or whether someone has violated us intentionally or not intentionally. So it speaks to us about like what needs to be restored and what needs to be protected. So if you're feeling angry, then the questions, it's an internal process. The questions you can ask yourself are around like, what is it here that does need to be protected? What is it that I need to protect, or what is it I'm protecting? Who is it I'm protecting? And then what is it that needs to be restored? Because boundaries are very much about where your soul, if you will, like goes around the perimeter of your life and determines what pretty much is okay and what is not okay. And when anger arises, not only does it talk about the violation that we perceive, but it's also how we might think something should have gone and it didn't, and it raises some anger in us. So if you're finding that you're feeling a little bit tetchy, a little bit angry about something, sit still and ask, okay, what is it here that needs to be restored, or what is it that I'm protecting, or do I need to protect that? Is that how that needs to be for me? And work with those energies and really ground into that and see what you actually come up with in regard to that for yourself. Because as I said, wands can be about passion, definitely. They certainly can be about anger as well, because they're fiery. They're under the fire sign. So interesting. Get out of your head today. Get yourself grounded. Understand that you are where you are. You are nearly done in whatever task it is you are seeking to complete at the moment. You are nearly done. And as far as the full moon coming up, it's about relationships. So maybe there's some of the stuff that you're looking to accept about yourself there, and maybe there's some things you can work with in that space as well. Anyway, have a fabulous day. Be your magnificent self, and I will catch you beautiful souls next time. Big, big love.